Okay, guys, welcome to my studio. Sorry for a bit confusion in the beginning, but there are something was not ready. This is the risk of the live stream, but I hope everything now is okay. thank you to everybody to be here with me. And today I wanted to. Good morning from Canada. I see. Okay. I hope to see you, some one of you, next week at NAMM in LA. So hope to see you. So guys, today I would like to explain one important things that regards the how to create the song, the sound for your music. This is a really good question. It is the question of any guitarist, and it is the question that I receive from everybody, from Italy, from worldwide. How can I create the sound for my music, from this and that, and so on? I would like to try to explain you, because it is pretty complex, but I wanted to squeeze the concept in a, let's say, easy things, at least to start to think about how to create your sound. First of all, of course, you can use the amazing factory presets of Fractal, because the factory presets are made by some guitar players like me. Also, there are some preset from me. And so you can have an idea how to create the preset. But I want to highlight the concept that it is really important that the guitar player makes a step ahead in terms of sounds, let's say, knowledge. Because we have to think about like a sound engineer, and this is completely different, because sometimes we keep our attention on some details that are important for the guitar themselves, but are not important for the final result. To me, it is much more important to focus my attention to the final result, because if you buy a really expensive guitar, if you buy a really good modeler like Fractal, but you have only objects in your hands, and you have to use the object in the proper way, and it's only up to you how to use it. I started with this demo with these songs from the great Steve Lukather from their last album, because everything starts from the end. Because in the end, I would like to play on a song that I like, and when I play over the song, I would like to be in the mix, be in the song in the same way that Steve Lukather or other guitarists are in that record. It is not easy, this concept, because it seems easy, but it's not easy. First of all, we have to consider how any guitar player is aware about the sound. Did you make such question? Where do you hear your favorite sound for the first time? For sure, not from the amp. For sure. The right question is, you start to listen music. You start from the recording, not from the amp. And it is incredible how simple it is, but it is the key it is the secret of the sound. Because any guitar player create his knowledge about the sound listening some recordings. The favorite recordings to me, Toto or Journey, John Mayer, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, and so on and so on. But when we listen such a recording, we are not listening an amp. We are listening a recording, and this is the secret. And what we hear from the recording is the amp with the microphone. And after the microphone, there is the preamp. And after the preamp, there is a sound engineer that makes some equalization, compression, and so on. Give the ambient sound, and so on. So it's really, really difficult to get the right sound if you don't think in the same way of the sound engineer. Otherwise, you stay only in one part of the sound chain. But it's not, okay, maybe it is a 50%, I don't know, 40, 50, 60, doesn't matter. The problem is we not finish the chain of the sound, because the chain of sound, it is the microphone, it is the preamp, and so on, and so on. At the final result is the sound into the mix of the song. It's simple, but it's not simple, because you can hear David Gilmour or Steve Lukather from a recording studio on the smartphone, on the iPad, on the iPod, on your audio stereo car, and so on. And we recognize immediately the song. Oh, this is Steve Lukather. This is Jimmy Page. This is Jimi Hendrix. This is this and that and this and that and this and that. But it is, to me, is really incredible. We are not able to play with that sound. No, we are not, me include, because me include, let's say, 10 years ago. We are not able to play with that sound, because imagine to plug your cable into the smart. Okay, you listen a recording. Okay, oh, this is John Mayer, perfect. Fantastic sound, amazing sound. So, okay, if you like this sound, try to imagine to plug your cable into this and start to play. Oh, I bet that you start to smile, because it's, Marco, you are stupid. Why? But why? Why? Just the question is why? If you are able to recognize that sound, it is amazing. Why you cannot play with that sound? No, you need the super mega fantastic amplifier with 1,000 watts, with the air that comes behind you. If you have not that sensation, you cannot play. And this is absolutely incredible, because your knowledge of the sound is not made with that amp, because nobody of you listen the real amp from Van Halen, from Jimi Hendrix, from David Gilmour, because you are not there. You were not there. You listen only the recording. And how is possible that you are able to listen, but you are not able to play with that song, with that sound? There is something. The things are the same, but there is the black hole between these two things. Any guitar player is not satisfied if he has not the pressure of the sound behind. In Italy we say la botta. I don't know what is the shot. What is their English name? The Italians guitar players say, the tube valve amplifier give you la botta, the shot behind you, the air that move your pants. Okay. So I hope that you understand me. If we want to make a step ahead, we have to think in a different way. We have to think in the same way of the sound engineer. Because the sound engineer is not in front of your amplifier. The sound engineer is here, where I am now, with the monitor or the headphone, and have the overview of entire the mix, with the drum, with the bass, with the keyboards, with the voice, sequencer, and synthesizer, and guitar. And this is the only way to close the loop with the idea of the sound. If you have question regarding this, please put your question in the chat or put the question in below the video when you will see the video in a second time. Because this concept to me is really important, and sometimes it's difficult to give the perception, to give the concept to some guitar player. The high pressure, exactly, Alessandro. I too am a guitar, and with all due respect, it's all about the bass. So, for these reasons, I really invite you to start to think in a different way. Forget your tube amp. Forget. Or, if you have a tube amp, listen your tube amp with a microphone, okay? And then into the monitor. And the modeler, like Fractal, give you an incredible opportunity, because give you the opportunity to think exactly how the sound engineer think. You have all effects, all gear, like in the recording studio, to shape your sound on to get the best result. And to think about this, it is necessary to start from which is your favorite sound. In my case, my favorite sound is Lukather sound. So what I'm doing now, I put a Lukather sound and I try to play over. Okay. In the way that my playing, it is seamless with the recordings. This is the best result. If I am able to play over the recording, and you cannot record, okay, you listen my guitar, but it's not in another room, in another place. It is exactly in the mix. Exactly in the mix. Like I'm not lucky, but I would be lucky to be close to Steve Lukather and play with him. Steve Lukather, or Jimi Hendrix, or no, Jimi Hendrix now is difficult, but imagine to stay close to Jimi Hendrix or your favorite guitar player. When you are able to shape your sound and play over a backing track in the same way, I think you have the result. Because now, when you reach this, the result of the sound doesn't depend anymore for your sound, but depends of the PA, depends of the speakers, the other things. Okay? And to reach the result, it is absolutely necessary to take care a lot of your listening, of your monitoring, sorry. If you are using headphone, monitor, and so on. But please don't ask me which is the better microphone, the better headphone, which is the better monitor. It is which is better, which is better, which is better. It is a closed loop. Which is better? Any guitar player want to know which is better. It is an hashtag. I created the hashtag which is better, because the typical question is which is better, which is better, which is better, which is, it is what is the best headphone for the model? What is the best monitor for the model? What is the best cable? What is the best picks? What is the best hands, fingers, and you can invent anything. It is incredible. It's not a matter of which is better. It is a matter of two. Where do you listen your music usually in your life? Again, come back to the basic. Come back to the basic. Your knowledge of the music. Where were made? Make case. The most of the cases, I listen the music into my car, or with iPod, and that are the reference. Why I have to create a sound with a different monitoring if my knowledge is based on car audio or headphone or iPhone? Why? What do you expect to have a different monitoring? I can tell you that Audio-Technica M50 HX, it is the best. No, but it doesn't matter. Are you using AKG or are you using Beyerdynamic? It doesn't matter. You have to use the same headphone you use for listen all the music. You have to use the reference, not the best. The best doesn't exist because there are so many kinds of headphone and monitors that what is the better? What is the better guitar? Fender, Gibson, Fender Ultra, Fender Custom Shop. We can stay here until at the end of the world to discuss about this. You have your reference. So I listen the music with this headphone. And with this headphone, I have to create my sound. In the same way, I listen and I hear my favorite music. And this is the reason that I start to play over the Steve Lukather backing track, because I wanted to create, I don't want to create the similar sound. I want to create the sound that fit perfectly with that mix. My English is not good, but I hope that you understand. If you don't understand, please put your question in the chat. I will try to answer. I'm just a part of the chain. The result depends in any components. Exactly, Alessandro. There is a question from Luciano Cella. So, quindi alla fine non è sbagliato ascoltare il suono finale su diversi dispositivi cuffie. Exactly, Luciano Cella says it is not wrong to listen your sound in a different in the different speakers system. When I create my sound, first of all, I create my sound here in my studio, on my studio, with my headphone, with my monitor. But the job is not finished. I have to test my sound on the PA during the live stage. I have a very big opportunity, for example, because I play with a Dire Straits tribute band, and I have a very nice tour on the theaters. Theaters are the best situation to test my sounds, because I have a perfect PA system. There is a very good sound engineer. I have a very good relationship with him, and when I play, I ask him, "How do you think about my sound?" And he helped me to. I suggest you to cut the bass frequency, or to cut the high frequency, or to increase this and that, and so on. But now, after some years, when I plug my FRACTAL FM9 typically on the mixer, the sound engineer, I ask him, how is the sound? And he have only to raise up the volume sliders, nothing else. And what is really important, that I listen my sound through the in-ear monitor. An in-ear monitor is also another component, very important component that I use to create my sound. I use them stereo monitoring. Stereo, it is mandatory to myself, to my opinion, because now I play in stereo, and it's completely different to have the feedback in stereo or mono. We are stereo. The human being are stereo, are not mono, because we have 2 ears, not one. Mono is not natural, first of all. And I want to have the same feeling, the same feedback I have in the studio. It is really important, because I take care of not only of the sound itself, but also for the ambient sound, for the reverb, for the delays, for the chorus, and other effects. And to me, it's really important. I learn to take care more for the feedback instead of my sound, because makes no sense to create a sound in a mix if I don't hear the mix in the best way. Now we have many possibilities through the digital mixer. Digital mixer has a lot of a monitor output, and that's monitor output could be combined in stereo mode, and you can have the stereo feedback. To me, is mandatory. I play with the two bands. One is Toto Tribute, okay. One is Dire Straits Tribute, and in any case, we have digital mixer. Okay, I have the stereo in-ear monitor, and I listen the rest of the band exactly like the recording that I listen in my studio. And it is so nice, so beautiful. It is a really comfort situation because you can hear stereo reverb like when I play like... My sounds typically are rich of any kind of feedback, chorus, delay, because I come from the 80s. And in the 80s, I love all the LA studios guitarists like Steve Lukather, Mike Landau, Tim Pierce, Michael Thompson, Dan Huff. I love that sounds. And that sound are made in studio, essentially. Okay, because they play, the standard amplifier, Marshall Plexi, what amp you want, but try to consider how many effects. I had some months ago a tutorial to describe how to create the best ambient effect. Ambient effects to me are really important because it's not the same if I play, for example, like this. Okay, it is a clean sound, but it is completely different situation. It's depend. I would like to try to listen to show you another song that is helped me a lot to explain this situation. I get this song from Toto. Toto, where is it? Toto. Okay, and. This is a song from the last album, The Greatest Hits. No, just a moment. It is another one. Let me check. Where is it? It is the song. The song is Alone. No, it's this one. Just a moment. I love this song because it is a wall of sound. There is so many instruments here. Okay. If I play with a dry clean, it's completely different to play with this. Okay? I hope to give you an idea of the sound. And the sound, it's, if you wanted to listen the sound alone. There is a lot of delay, and maybe you didn't take care of how much the delay. But delay it is necessary because you can hear the notes of my guitar. You don't take care a lot of attention of the delay, but delay is an essential part of the sound. I try to play in the same way but without delay. It's huge delay. It seems huge delay when I play alone. No delay. Delay. There is a big difference with and without delay. Without delay, the guitar, it is like, it's too much dry. It seems out of the mix. It is another part of the mix. When I insert the delay creates, let's say, a glue with the mix. And the guitar is perfect, glued, and mixed with the mix. Okay? This is really important. But to get this result, it is important that you think like a sound engineer. Not only of this, oh, okay, because this guitar is really important, this amp is really important, this and that. The important thing is that you are able to play over the mix and to have the result. And it's not finished. What is really important is that you record your result. Try to play over the mix with your guitar. Stop. Reward. No, back. Go to the beginning. So I don't remember the name. And listen. And not only you. Try to help. Ask help to a friend that please listen my result. What do you think about? And then you have to be aware of your guitar into the mix and to listen the complete sound, not only the sound of your guitar, because it's not a matter of only the sound of the guitar. It is a matter of the sound into the mix. If you don't take care of the mix, the sound it will be always, even if you like this guitarist or another gun. But the important thing is what is necessary to create the sound that I play into the mix in a perfect way. I have to start to think exactly like the sound engineer. And what is amazing now is that with digital modeler, especially with FRACTAL, you have these amazing possibilities. The analog guitar player with the tube amp, you have not such a kind of possibility. Otherwise you have to have your studio with a microphone, with a recording studio, and so on. The monitor, and forget to the amp. The amp stay in the recording room. You have to listen the amp only through the monitor. And so you have to take care of the frequency, you have to take care of the ambient, the room, the reverb, and so on and so on. Okay, I would like to share with you this preset is pretty simple. I did a lot of tutorial to show how does work my preset. And the concept is always the same. The upper roll, it is necessary to create the tone itself. Now I'm using, for example, my favorite amp. It is the Bogner Euro Red and the Euro Blue Modern, or depends, but in the Euro family, the Bogner family. So another important thing is I create a cabinet where I have different possibility to match different impulse responses. What is I have always my reverb to have the ambient, the stereo ambient. Then I try to have a cabinet where I have different kind of impulse response from Valhalla IR, for example, or I have also possibility to use the Dynacab of the factory cab. It's up to you. You have to select. I have my favorite selection, and I try with this. For example, this is Dynacab. Channel C is different. Channel D. And also in every channel I have different possibilities. For example, I use this impulse response, but I also can use another one. All sounds are amazing, but it is really important. Does this sound fit to the mix? Okay, so let's play again. No one wants me. This impulse response is not in the mix like the other one. Switch on the delay. Change the impulse response. This Dynacab is amazing. A bit bright, so I go to the preamp section and okay, this is the maximum. Close. Stay behind Steve. Okay. It's not the preset. There is nothing special in these presets, guys. In this preset, it is only the knowledge and the awareness of to create a sound to fit into the mixer. I hope that it's not easy to pass this concept, but and for this reason I love to make real sample. I love the live stream. Live stream is okay. I can make a lot of mistakes. A lot of also English is not my native language, so I have difficult. If I speak in Italian, it's much better than. But okay, I prefer that if you have any question, you put in the chat. And now I stop to speak, okay, and I wanted to listen and to read your question. What song was he just played? You can speak with me, MR Fusion. You can speak with me, not speak with another person. I'm here with you in the live stream. This song is Alone from the album. Greatest Hits 40 Trips Around the Sun. It is one of the last album of Toto. I have only just realized that dialing in tones using in-ear monitors gives the best result when you then go onto the stage. Exactly, Mr. Fusion. What I told you is this: the monitoring. It is really important. Is much more important than of your gear, guitar gear. Because if you have not the right feedback, right monitoring, you cannot play. You cannot play comfortable, and also you have not the perception of the rest. You play, but you don't know where you are. Many guitar player has a really how can I say, as a dream. But what is the best sound to be out of the mixer? No, you have not to be out of the mix. You have to stay into the mix. Because people don't want to listen only the guitar. This is your problem, but people and the audience want to listen a good music with the right volume of the guitar and so on. If you have a problem to listen yourself, use the in-ear monitor and put the volume at the maximum. Crash your ears. But if you learn to listen your guitar into the mixer, you start to become a perfect audio engineer, not only guitar player. And the result will be absolutely amazing. This is my personal experience. Okay. Let me check other question from other friends because I have two chat now because I'm streaming onto my channel and also with the Jig66 channel. Luciano Cella says the difficult things at the beginning. The beginning was to teach the ear to search a sound, and okay, it is you need a method to do this, and the method, and I try to explain the method. Play over the mix with your reference. It's not a matter of if you use AKG. Since 10 years, you continue to use AKG headphone or Bayer Dynamic or what you want. The important thing is that you play your guitar in the same reference. This is a reference, it's not a headphone in this case. Ok. Aldo De Gan, sì, gli inglesi si divertono sicuramente. No, because Aldo joke with me because I move the hands. It's typical of Italians. So you have to understand, because to me it's really difficult to speak in English, and I ask the help to my hands to try to explain, but we know that we are funny people from this side. Okay. A question from Simone. Ask me if are more realistic the Dynacab or impulse response. They are the same. Dynacab are always impulse response. It is a different format, let's say, of the input responses. The concept is exactly the same. With Dynacab, you can change the hotspot of the microphone, but in the reality, you call different impulse response. Using the standard impulse response, you use a single IR anytime, and you have to scroll down and scan any the list of input response. But the result is not better one or the other one. It's depend, but the method gives the same format, the same impulse response. We are speaking always about impulse response. Ciao Frankie Marabella. Very nice sound, bro. Your English is very good. Thank you so much, but you are lying, Frankie. The audience has to know that you are my friend. So. Okay, I will offer an Italian coffee, an Italian espresso for that. Thank you so much. Okay. Very good observation from Alessandro. And more often, I hear difference also hearing the same recorder later or day after. Exactly. Sometimes when I create my sound, I stop, okay, I go to take a coffee or to drink something, and after an hour, I come back again and I listen again the sound. And sometimes, I say, this is really bad, because we are human. And what we are hearing now it will be different tomorrow, next week, next month. But the main thing that, okay, we create some, let's say, step. How can I say, when you play with the video game, you can save the progress, okay? So you can put the placeholder, okay? So save the preset in this situation. Then copy the preset to another slot and modify this. After 1 day, 2 days, try to compare the old one with the new one. And sometimes you discover a real surprise. Maybe with the new one, you have some good things, but sometimes you put in the trash because it's much better, the older one. Okay, thank you so much, Alessandro, for this question. Alessandro is also an amateur singer and guitar player. I had a huge difference while moving from the headset to the car or the mobile, especially when I record the sound. Yes, of course, but I think that you can recognize your favorite recording in every kind of system, car or headphone or headset or iPod, etc., etc., etc. And we have to teach our brain to adapt the monitoring of the different ambient. So we are not anymore affected from the ambient. And it's not easy. It is a psychoacoustic. Okay. Let me check if there are other questions. I find that IAMs work better also. Yes. Mr. Fusion, of course, if you use in-ear monitor, it is a good idea to continue to use an in-ear monitor also in studio. For this reason, my in-ear monitor is not so far from this headphone, and this is the reason that my in-ear monitor costs a lot. They have 7 drivers, but I am pretty sure that what I create with this headphone are pretty the same with an in-ear monitor. I have Genelec Studio Monitor, okay, but it's not important. Genelec is perfect. The important is if you listen your music on Genelec, stay with Genelec. Don't change your monitor. You change your monitor for different reasons, not because you have to. Some friends tells you, with digital modeler. The perfect monitor are this and that. This is absolutely false. Absolutely false. No. If you want to make a new step with your monitor, is because you want to increase the quality. But when you buy a new monitor, you have to teach your ears with that monitor, and you need time. Okay? This is really important. You have to create your reference, because any kind of sound pass through that reference, and you compare anything with that reference. Makes no sense if you compare the sound with the amplifier, with the monitor, with the in-ear monitor, with headphone, and so on. Makes absolutely no sense, because you create a lot of confusion. But if you use the same feedback for everything, now in that case is perfect. Stop to say which is better. There is nothing better. Okay, if you spent very cheap gear, okay, we are agree is not absolutely good. But this headphone cost about $150, 50 euro, more or less. It's not so expensive. But it is not necessary to have both $1,000, 1,000 euro headphone. They are perfect. Okay, but how long time do you use that headphone? One day. Okay, how can you expect to have the good reference from the? I am convinced that headphones are incredible, are amazing, are perfect, but your brain is not taught to listen the music with this, with that headphone. Okay. But when I deal tones just using, okay, that makes sense. I deal my tones on my Atomica CLR. I use that on my stage sound as well. In that case, I'm not 100% agreed, because stage monitor is different, because stage monitor are strongly influenced of the stage. Any stage sound different. Headphone and monitor on your studio sounds in the same way for any kind of music. If you change stage, for example, try to imagine to have a carpet floor on a stage, and we have the wood on stage. The result is totally different, because the ambient, also the material of the stage influence a lot of the quality of the sound. So, okay, you can. Me too. I use my Red Sound speaker. Okay, for sure, with the backline monitoring, but I don't change my sound if the sound has too much basses on or too much high, it is too much brighter, and so, because the most important thing is the in-ear monitor, of course. Then I use the monitor also as a, let's say, a support for the sound. But the in-ear monitor are always the same. The backline monitors on the stage could be different. So I compare, for sure. I always use the backline monitor, Red Sound, Helix 8 or MF10. I always use on stage, because it is a reference and also help me to have the eye pressure, because also I need eye pressure. I love, for sure, I'm a guitar player too. But I am also aware that the ambient can influence strongly the feedback, the monitor, the feedback of that speakers. Okay. That's really good to know about your headphone in-ear monitors being similar. Yes, I agree. My in-ear monitor are handcrafted, and I ask to the in-ear monitor builder to make monitor, and I test different models, and I choose the models that are much more closer to my headphone. Okay. Let me check if there are other questions here. Ciao Alessandro. Luciano Cella says the difficult things at the beginning was to teach the ear, and it is only it is a matter of experience. It is an Italian word, but it is similar to the English experience. This is my most important sentence: listening, experience, education. These three words are basic for me. For the sound, because ascolto, listening, ascoltare, listening, ascoltare with the ear, not with the eyes, because too much people use the eyes to listen. Because let me check how you set your knobs on the amplifier, on the modeler. What are you using? Which brand for this and that and so on? Forgot the eyes. Forgot the eyes, first of all. Use the ear. Experience. Make your experience yourself. Asking to the others, it could be useful to be part of your experience. But the experience of the other people are not your experience. You cannot use the experience of the other one. You can use it for increase your experience. You can buy my preset. So you are using my experience, but you have to be the owner of your experience. And education. Education means change your mind, change your method. Education means what I told you. So try to play over the backing track, record, listen after 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, come back, go forward, ask to your friends, ask to the sound engineer. Education. Okay. Another question from Mr. Fusion. I'm using the Shure SA215, very entry level, but they get the job done. Yes, exactly. One day I'll get better in-ear monitors, and recommendation would be appreciated. There are a lot of brand regarding this, but in any case, stay with your SE215. Okay, they are entry level, of course. I also have but I have the same. I have the same in-ear monitor. They are very, very good in-ear monitor, very cheap on Amazon. You can search with the KZ AS10. Very cheap. I think they cost about $60-70 euro. And they are very good. A lot of professionals use also that in-ear monitor. Agree. MF. Thanks, man. Your preset are template and customized for your guitar and playing. If you buy them, you will need to set them up for your guitar and sounds and play style. Exactly, Jim Jones. So the preset is a template. Okay, where you can, and I think you have to create and to shape your sound, your personal sound, because your fingers are different from mine. Your playing is different, and so on and so on. It's good to experiment with the new Dyna cabs when playing the preset that comes with your Fractal device. Exactly, for sure. Okay. Albino Chivarilla, hi Marco and everyone. I read this the other day. Only the guitar who play can. Let me check. Only the guitarist who plays can hear the sound of the amp in the room. Everyone else will hear through the microphone effect and be exactly the same. and the guitar sound we like most likely was made in studio, so we must think like a record. Exactly what I've told at the beginning of the live stream. Okay, so if you have other question, put the question below the video. I ask you to put a like to my video, even in my YouTube channel and also G66 YouTube channel, if you like it. And I hope to see you. I will be at NAMM next week, so if there are some US guy at NAMM, so please contact me. You will find me on really important, my website is this, okay, marcofanton.it. I will put in next day all the reference of where I am during the NAMM. I located into the Dogal string booth. It is the name. It is 4407. Sorry. Okay. But I will put all reference on my website. So, thank you very much for your attention, guys. I finished my tutorial, and I hope you like it. Okay. To playing another song. Could be, for example, let me check. Another. Okay, I can play from the last album of Steve Lukather. It is a title track. Yes, it should be this one. Okay. So dove c'è? Ciao!